Greetings everyone, welcome back. We are about to have a word with, I think his name is Gardok? Yep. Because he used to be sort of a custodian or a mason. It used to take care of the walls in the bastion. I think his house was somewhere over there. There it is. Gonna have a look. We have Dax with us. So I guess we could just tell Dax to take a hike. Maybe let's see if he does so on his
Where were
own.
you always gone? We hardly ever saw you.
I had my reasons.
Mother always said you'd save the world if you could. Well...
Really? She said that.
So what have you been doing all this time?
Trying to convince the factions to get ready for the big threat that was coming.
Cool. I bet they all listened to you, didn't they?
Well, kinda.
When I grow up, I want to be just like you.
Well, you gotta join Zakor. Well, you could skip that part, I suppose. Right, Gardok, let's have a word.
Why are you still here?
The old man said you were a constructor.
Which old man? Adam?
Yeah, Adam.
Yeah, I was a constructor. I was the best damn builder in the fort during the Outlaws' time. I was the one who put up most of the palisades and iron shacks back then. But I haven't done that in a long time.
Let's see. So what do you do here then? You used to run with the outlaws. I've got a ton of stuff to do and I could use some help. Well, all of them. So what do you do here now?
So, what do you do here then?
Well, us old bastards need somewhere to go before we croak. Not that I'm planning on dying anytime soon. Thought I'd find some peace and quiet here, and wouldn't be bothered by piss ants like you. Looks like I was wrong.
Looks like it. How much for you to get back to work and get the bastion up and running? You used to run with the outlaws? Alright.
You used to run with the outlaws?
Yeah, but I'm through with them. When the Berserkers came in and took over the fort, it was the end of an era for me. That's when I knew it was time to disappear. No one's found me and pissed me off out here, so I stay in the ruins. They're my home now.
This NPC has the same face and hair as Baxter does back in the Crater City. Only this guy's hair is a bit more grey. How much for you to get back to work and get the bastion up and running? Yep.
How much for you to get back to work and get the bastion up and running?
You want me to fix up your old ruin? You're not playing with a full deck, are you? The mortar's loose, and don't get me started on the structure. You're lucky the place is still standing.
You're not very friendly, are you?
I've given up on being nice. Doesn't get you anything. I'd stay away from that place if I were you. Might fall down at any moment.
We'd make sure you're safe. You're gonna do it or I'll knock out your teeth. I said how much? Is this about money or is it about appreciation? Let's see.
We'd make sure you're safe.
I'm not impressed with your bullshit, so don't bother. The only thing that gets me out of bed is a good challenge.
Well, the bastion would be a challenge, that's for sure.
Not with that thing up there. The bastion is too dangerous. Working on that place would be suicide.
Relocation isn't an option.
What do you want from me?
There's some unsavory types on their way here right now. They'll be looking for you too.
Shit. All right. Let me think about it without you hovering over me, okay? Look, you're damn hard-headed. I can see that. Believe me. I know a thing or two about being hard-headed. If I'm gonna take this job as Master Builder, and I'm just saying if, I'm gonna need some better tools. This junk isn't gonna cut it.
Want me to get you tools?
You want me to get you tools?
I can get the job done one way or another, but I definitely need a decent bell hammer. This old thing, useless.
Mm-hmm. Where can I get one?
Where can I find a bell hammer like that?
You got a lot of options. The closest I can think of is the equipment works in the Morcon Grotto. You could also check the heavy machine factories in the northwest, maybe somewhere else. Basically, go anywhere in the old world where the big things were built.
I've got a ton of stuff to do and I could use some help. What's that about?
I've got a ton of stuff to do, and I could use some help.
Oh yeah? And what's that got to do with me?
I'll take whatever you're willing to share with me.
Well, okay, if you insist.
What can you teach me?
Show me some of your skills.
I'm not sure you'll even understand.
Ooh, nice. You can teach lockpicking. Yeah. Let's just get that. We can afford it. Yes. What else? You only need one single trusty lockpick. 75 dexterity, 50 intelligence. Not too outrageous, I think, but yeah, we're not going for 75. I don't think we're gonna go for dexterity that high, really. And improves the yield when extracting minerals with each level. Should probably get that one as well, but we don't have the money. Well,
Show me what you've got.
maybe we can sell some stuff.
I'm not just giving it away, remember?
What do you have? What's this? Simple outlaw headgear. Simple cleric cap. I can see items better with these glasses. Okay, we got that one. Cleric shirt. Nope. Standard cleric pants. Standard berserker pants. Medium healing potion 20. Yeah, but we should jetpack fuel. Do we have any scrap? Yeah, we do. Not that much though. Should probably go ahead and actually appoint certain stuff as scrap so we can just sell it easily. But for now, a knife. That's not a knife. I'll wait with the other skill.
Take your time. I'm in no hurry.
Okay, good, because
Very good.
it might be a while before you actually get your hammer. Right. We could do scrap. Well, we could read some stuff. He's no longer controlled by the machine and wants to fight the invaders. He calls them the Skyans. In return for his help developing a cure for my infection with this strange Skyan substance, I'm supposed to help him develop the 6th power in the bastion of Caracas. Okay, so we do have some motivation to help the guy out. There are a few things that need to be done. My question is, my son wants me to spend time with him. While I take care of things here in Bastion. Well, okay. Handyman wanted. Tools for the handyman. Special bell hammer. Again, we'll just look how far we can get. The Morcon Grotto. We have not really ran into the Morcons yet. A commander for the new troops. If more and more 6-power recruits are going to live in Bastion, we need a good commander who will bring the Hardheads together and make sure things don't get out of hand. I probably won't have time to take on a job, so I need to find a good strong leader who can organize new recruits. So we could suggest Theald or Thelg. One of the berserkers we met very early on. But I kind of want to wait it out to see if we can recommend some other people. Strong alliances. I've become weak. I can try. Yeah, this is about joining. So this one, I might have already mentioned that at some point, but this game, ELEX II, actually has the possibility to not join a faction. Well, maybe, I guess we sort of joined the Bastion here. That's kind of our faction, but tough negotiations. I have to talk to experts and important members of each faction, get an idea what the faction armies are like. Okay, the Overseer. Bully. He would be a bulwark of strength as a companion. I wonder if he's working with the Duke of Arteris. Yeah, he was the bodyguard, right? Okay. Yeah, that's the guy we fought. He did not like us very much, but... Gaia. Magalan Gaia has many duties, and they'll continue to be an issue. Tavar. Eliminate the troll, right. Admission to the fort. Work for Scrappy. Here we go. Maybe if I work for Scrappy. But we already spoke to Scrappy. We'll... Underground. Scrappy says I should go work in the iron mine close by. Once I've proved my worth there, he'll make sure I can get into the fort. Just head southeast past the World Heart. Mine's easy to spot, big hole in the cliff. Southeast past the World Heart. Let's have
You know what's cool about ghosts?
No.
You can't touch them. They just float around and no one can beat them. And you know why?
Why's that?
Well, because they're not really there. You could see them, but that's all. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Not sure why this little Dex is so obsessed with ghosts. Okay, so southwest. It might be here actually. Past the World Heart. Wait, this is... Let's just head this way. Kind of see what we... Past the World Heart, I think. So this, yeah, this is where Scrappy is. I'm pretty sure he meant this way. Should we go by foot or should we just go here? I think this, or was it that one? Oh, I remember this. We, the old wind farm, I think we've been there. Well, we've been here, but I mean in ELEX 1. Right, this little island. So, if this is the end of the map, that would mean that we cannot go to Goliath. Goliath was even further to the southeast there. A little bit further, I think. Yeah. Alright, let's just walk a bit in a straight line, see where we end up. It's nice out, nice weather out, we'll go and explore. And that'll give us some time to speak with, spend some time with Dex, I suppose. Let me pour myself some coffee. There we go. Put in another, well, kind of sounds, I wanted to say put in another camera mod, but it sounds a bit more extravagant than it actually is. It's just putting one of the other files from the main file in to get a bit of different results, but it's minimal. Kind of the first batch. This is still distance at 200, but the
What does
FOV.
bastard mean?
Dex!
Where did you hear that?
The kids at the fort used to call me that. I don't know what it means, but it didn't sound nice.
I guess I really should have come around more often. Don't pay any attention to that kind of talk.
Sometimes other kids are pretty stupid, huh?
The FOV is a bit wider in this one. What's that? Are you an enemy? Yeah.
I'm not coming. I'm back.
Okay.
I'm not coming.
Wait. Anything else here that you don't like? Or is it just we're going out of bounds for you? Oh, might be because this one's closed. Let's see what happens if we just go and fight something. Maybe we need to clear the area a bit before he joins along again. We could put on our cap. So I don't really know if it's worth the armor. Plus we look silly. This one might be more of a problem.
Here we go!
Get more XP for him. Come on, Dex, why aren't you following? Otherwise I might just send you back.
I'm sure glad you're not an Alb commander anymore.
Why's that?
The Albs are so cold and unfriendly, just like the Icelands where they live.
It's mostly because they take so much ELEX. It takes away their emotions.
Well, I think it's from that white plastic armor they wear. It must be freezing in that.
Will you join?
I'm not coming.
Why are you?
I'm back.
I guess this is as far as you go, right? I think you better go back now.
I think you better go back now.
Aww, already? Well, alright. I don't want to get in the way. Thanks for bringing me with you, Father.
Take care of yourself.
Don't worry, I will. I hope you'll come see us now and again.
So, yeah. I do like the fact that the game acknowledges that Kaya is with us when Dex is with us. They actually interact together. It wouldn't have surprised me, honestly, if the game hadn't really done that. Damaged sword. Got what you deserved. If that is meant to be in blood, it's very neat writing. So, guess he was a bit of a psychopath enough to write it in blood, but also he was really, you know, into calligraphy. Well, calligraphy is more You know. Going on a bit of a tangent, that's reminded me of of this TV program I saw one time about people getting tattoos. There was this girl who wanted a tattoo, and it seemed like a good reason to get a tattoo. She was diabetic, so she wanted to have, like I think somewhere on her arm, just spelled out diabetic and the type she has. So in case something happens, people would immediately know it might be because of her diabetes. But then, of course, I thought, well, you'll do it in nice, readable, like block letters. So it's immediately apparent that something's missed, if something would happen. But nope, they put it on in those calligraphy letters, those very curly ones that take a half hour to actually read what it says. So, yeah, at that point, just get something else. I don't know. Get whatever you want. I don't care. But that always stuck with me. I'm not myself. I don't care for tattoos. Don't have any. Don't think I ever will. I used to think, well, what would you'd have to be very, think very deeply before you take a tattoo. That was kind of my thinking back in the day. But then I kind of just realized, some people just like tattoos, so they just get them. That's fine. I don't mind. Just get them.
Careful!
Oh, it's a nice way to nick your sword. Yeah, I should get chemistry so that I can actually make some potions, maybe. Ooh. That was the same in ELEX 1. In ELEX 1 they also had, you just had a jackhammer. Just to mine stuff, which I thought was kind of funny. Might be in an area where you're kind of trying to be low-key, and then all of a sudden, yep, taking out the jackhammer. Crumpled letter. Arms delivery. The weapons were top quality, and the payment was right too. It's good to see that you're not as tight-fisted as your predecessor. Once the time and place for the next delivery are set, I'll send one of my boys out right away. Make sure to tell your wife when we're going to show up at the meeting spot this time, though. Make sure to tell your wife when we're going to show up at the meeting spot this time, though. Wouldn't want her to come running out with a club and try to whack us over the head again. Ah. Another piece of art. Colorful picture. Bread. Corpse bread. Crystal. Damaged Warhammer. I think that's the second one. We might get a... Yeah, but we need 66 strength for it. Do we have 2 of those now? I think we do. Yep. We can make it a regular warhammer. If we find some armor that looks like Space Marine armor, we can say, I'm a warhammer. Oop. There's a devil. Yep, your desert's gone. Oh, this one might be bad news. Well, maybe not if Kaya can hit it. Leave Kaya alone! Kick Kaya in the butt. Quick. Nice. Yeah, so far, well, then again, there have been kind of issues as well, I suppose. The combat, so far the combat seems kind of improved, but that again, that might just be because I'm now playing with a controller instead of a keyboard. Mouse and keyboard. Urgent message. Cluster F. Bad news, Craig. I went to the Craig. I've heard that name before. Bad news, Craig. I went to the meeting spot to pick up the goods. I was barely inside when I got clobbered. I spun straight around and hit back. And who do I see lying on the floor? The wife of our middleman. Oh, I think we just found her. What was she doing sneaking around the house? I didn't know what to do. I panicked and left her there with the goods. Tell Ronnie to go pick up the goods. I'm not going back there. So we picked up the goods, but there wasn't really much, was there? Old pot. Oh, I thought we had more meat. It's nice that they give you the option, but why wouldn't you want to fry all your meat? Unless there are quests where they need raw meat for something. What? We might have been there actually. I think we have. We'll go around. Gonna stick to the road a bit. Yeah, I think in ELEX 1 I had lots of plants near the end that I didn't really use. Yeah. I think I've been there. Yep. Yeah, I have a hard time reasoning why they made the camera system as it is, because it seems like that is a case where they fixed something that wasn't broken, really. Got an enemy there. Because in ELEX 1 you could just zoom in and out at will.
Watch out!
Get him. Get out my jackhammer. Oh. I think we've been in that. Is that the troll? Don't think so. Maybe get back. Oh no, this is bad news. Or maybe he's very vulnerable to fire. Okay, let's just go around. Yeah, I'm really not as bothered as I thought I would be by the changing of voice actors. It's been I got some dead berserkers. Damaged longsword. Check that one out. Okay, so if we wanted to go strength and constitution, we would be fighting with axes, it seems. Leave Kaya alone. Whoa. Yeah, it's just twice in a row, then we're dead.
Here we go!
Whoa. That works. Okay. If we are somewhat smart about this, which we are not, we might be able to take him.
Here we go!
Oh, come on. There we go. Good. Yeah, you're not so bad.
Watch out!
Oh, he's got a friend. We cannot take that one. We tried before. Gotta run. Yeah, again, leashing is long. Oh, he's still coming. We're going in and out of combat. Okay, this is the World Heart you might be talking about. Yep, go past the World Heart in the east-southwest. Oh man, he is still following us?
It really is pretty pleasant here.
Yeah. Still that... Wow, he's still coming. Still following. Eat one potato. And... yeah, that was, I guess, still that enemy. And we're way back here. Okay, well, that's not too far, I believe. Hey, let's go over there. That might be the troll. Oh man. There are even more now.
I'll skin you alive!
Wow, Reavers. Why don't you all go and fight each other? You could probably make that happen, actually. Oh, another one of you. Gotta run. Whoa. Quite a jump you can make. Come on. Okay. This time we're not being followed anymore, I hope. Yeah, sometimes I'm trying to do combos and they don't really go, but that might be a part of kind of my timing being off. That's kind of the deal. Okay, there we go. We go there, yeah. I think that was bad news. The lighthouse. Oh, another one of those guys. Yeah, that's the lighthouse where I've been actually. In ELEX I, I mean. Where are you? Oh, we've been here. There were some bad monsters there. I think last time.
Let's keep going.
Okay. Yeah, again, sometimes it might be because of the infection, but sometimes he kind of just says stuff to say stuff. Not really sure what that's about. What was the character called? Old Jack. He lived,
This is Jack's old lighthouse, isn't it? I wonder what he's up to these days.
Yep, there were cannibals who had Jack prisoner. And then we took care of him and he wanted to stay. We'll fry our meat later, if we have any. Yeah, this kind of looks the same. Jack. Don't worry. I've been thinking about my life a lot these last few months. Things cannot go on like this. Seeing the same faces every day, doing the same work, I've decided that it cannot continue. I need to meet new people, discover new places. That's what I want now. I don't know how long I'll be gone. Maybe 6 months, maybe longer. I'm only taking the bare minimum with me. I'll leave most of my clothes behind. I'll have to take my notebooks so I can write down everything I experience. It would be great if you could keep an eye on things for me here. Some grenades on the bedstand. Damaged rail hammer. I haven't really made up my mind, but I think it's kind of a neat system that you find. You know, you don't just find a powerful weapon, you find a damaged version, so you need to find 3 of them to actually turn it into something good. So, old Jack's gone then. Someone was meant to take over, but there's nobody here. Well, they left behind fried poultry. Can we? Yeah. Okay, so now we could actually climb. Potion of intelligence recipe. Photo of mining pit. Photo of mining pit, that's a Ferris wheel. Looks like. Or... I don't know. No. It might be a way to kind of... Spray cheese? Oh, Kaya, isn't this romantic? Whoa, 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 whoa. Well, there is a troll reaper. Okay, so there was a special item down here. Can I actually... Nope. Your hitbox does not get smaller when you sneak. Can take in the surroundings a bit. Is that the old fort? I think it is, yeah. Alright, let's have a look at that. Let's do that here. Troll Reaper. Lightning damage. The steel was hardened in the blood of trolls.
No, just can't do that yet.
He actually speaks in the inventory system.
No, just can't do that yet.
We just get this. Yeah. $48 though. Hmm. "95 strength. Oof. I wonder if some point, I guess it does. At some point the strength will be, requirements will be higher. It's not just 1 point for one attribute anymore. Maybe it is, I don't know, maybe it stays. Stuck behind a cave bird. But we were looking for the mine. This is pretty cool. The area is you know, you'll see points that you recognize. At the same time, it's not a another one-on-one, because stuff has changed. Cool. I think we might just have to go a bit further. We might have passed it, but looking for it is half the fun, I suppose. Yeah, I think by now I may have ELEX II might have. Pretty sure it has ELEX I beats on being able to do quests without waypoints. Oh, we forgot to fry some meat, but that's okay. Also, getting some armor was a lot faster in this one. I think in ELEX 1 we kind of ran around in our well, it's not really our underwear, but basically no armor. Which again was kind of silly. Should keep a lookout if that's the same here, but it didn't really make a whole lot of sense that kind of how we look without any armor on, kind of that boots and tank top, pants, get up. A lot of characters looked like that, which doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense. Oh, out of stamina. Got him. It might be the mine though. I was kind of wondering, should we even be going this way, but at the same time kind of odd that they would put it behind. Yeah, this looks like a mine. Doesn't really look like there's a whole lot going on in here, though. Mining for dummies? I have that one. I'll not go over it. It seems a bit much, a bit dry. Maybe this is a different exit to the mine, or maybe they're trapped inside because of the raptors. Oh, and now of course we find a jackhammer. But it wasn't too expensive, I believe. Just like honey.
No, just can't do that yet.
We can do easy ones now. Yeah, sometimes the game does not let you walk over certain obstacles. Kind of annoying. Whoa.
I've had enough. This is my last log. Kicked out of the seedling fields, banned from working as a scrap collector, and sent to the mines. I'm telling you, whoever listens to this, Rat is doing this on purpose. I'm getting the fuck out. I'll start my own gang, hire some of the old boys in a terrace. I'll leave my shit here. I won't need it anyway. Not if I can rob enough to keep my head above water. Fucking Thorhild and fucking Scrappy can kiss my fucking ass. Seriously. Whoever finds this shit can keep it. And if you're fed up with the Berserkers too, come find me. I'll bring back the glory days of the old outlaws. No Baxter or Rat, no Logan or Nasty. I'll be the king. And anyone who questions me dies. Once my gang is big enough, I'll take back the fort. Yeah.
Hey, Willie, what are you doing back there?
Come on.
Fuck off, you...
Alright, you're not stuck anymore. So yeah, maybe William went and made something of himself. Maybe we'll run into him at some point. And he might not be friendly.
The air here seems to be contaminated.
I'll
I
wait for
should
you
let
here.
Scrappy know.
Go ahead. I'll be right behind you.
Yep, cannot go in. Let's see if we can lure one. Nope, again. Oh yeah, that's...
We will fight this battle together!
that might be a problem. Is she fighting the other one? I think so.
You won't get away with this.
Yeah, we're done. Let's just get out of here and speak to Scrappy. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, I think he saw us. Yeah, that one's okay, but... Yep, that's the other one. Keep going. Okay, we should be going that way actually. We should get that that ability that lets you make horizontal moves with the jetpack. And we can get out real fast from situations like this. What's over here? Are you Reavers? Yep. Try and fight you.
We can do this!
There are quite a few of them though. Come on. Okay, Kaya's back in.
Here we go!
Okay, one less. Nice. Kind of silly to be eating rats in the middle of combat, but hey. Damaged runner blade. Damaged berserker bow. Kind of cool that enemies have such an eclectic range of weapons with them. Okay, we might be able to repair something, some stuff. What do we have now? Damaged longsword, damaged runner blade. Okay. Well. Hunting bow. I think we can make a better one out of this. Oh wait, that's the one what I have. I have selected to quick slot 3, and this is, we have 9 of these. So yeah, that that'll work. Spoon. There is no more spoon. Plant pot. Damaged sword. Damaged swords and salads. Old medkit. Helix. Then we get our jackhammer. Mana potions. Which we have no real use for. Same was true in ELEX I. At some point I did have berserker abilities, but I I never used them. Because by that point, you know, even though it wasn't like one of those runs where I did absolutely everything, but by that point I really, they were kind of underwhelming. Right, this is where Scrappy lives. Tell him he has a gas problem. And I don't think the miners ate too much beans. I'm back from the mine. Everyone's dead.
I'm back from the mine. Everyone's dead.
What the fuck you talking about, Jax? What the hell happened?
I think the mine was flooded with gas. It reeked.
Well, damn. That explains why the poor bastards ain't been sending shit. You wanted into the fort, right? Go to Fenris. Someone's gotta tell him what happened. If we ain't getting no iron from the mine, well, that's a real shit sandwich.
What if they don't let me into the fort?
Just tell Gardner I sent you. And don't let that motherfucker scare you off. But you gotta hurry, son. This is a fucking emergency.
Oh. Work for Scrappy. Completed. He does actually, last time we saw him, it was nighttime. And he was in a lot of shadows. He actually does look kind of age appropriate. He looked a lot younger last time I saw him. Yeah, but kind of odd that Scrappy for some reason is now sort of an authority figure. He seemed a bit, I don't know, aloof in the last one. ELEX I, from what I remember of him. He was just kind of a weird hermit, really. Kind of living on the edge of the fort. Right.
sorry for her.
Yeah. For Kaya.
What?
She has to put up with me. Or we have to put up with Kaya. I'm not really sure. Anyway, I'll call the episode here. Next time we can go into the fort now. So we will have a look around inside. See what we maybe we can buy some new threads inside. Because we have this berserker pants, but they kind of don't really gel with our well, kind of our shirt really. Kind of some berserker a berserker shirt that kind of fits would be nice. No. Anyway, we'll do that next time. So for now, thank you for watching and farewell.